what relationships actually run on, the real foundations of long-term love, without illusions or fairy tales. So this question is quite simple but almost never is. What do a man and woman really need to agree on for a relationship to last? The honest answer is both far more complicated and far more boring than people like to believe. There is no universal formula. Let's get this out of the way immediately. There is no universal checklist for healthy relationships, no magic combo, no one-size-fits-all recipe. Every couple is built on a different foundation. For one woman, what truly matters is that the man is bright, high status, wealthy or famous. He's the star, he's on the pedestal. And she consciously chooses the shadows. She adapts her life to his rhythm, takes care of his needs, organizes the background of his existence, and genuinely feels fulfilled by being the one behind the scenes. And that's the glue: attention, service, loyalty, support. These couples can, and often do, last for decades. The star and the shadow partner. We see these dynamics all the time. Behind a loud, charismatic, often narcissistic personality stands a shadow partner. This is the person who quietly handles everyday logistics, emotional regulation, comfort, stability, damage control. And here's the interesting part. They may not match at all in other areas, like they can love completely different movies, music, have zero overlap in friends, disagree on money, politics or parenting, and to share almost no hobbies. And yet, it works. Why? Because the core bond isn't shared taste, it's clear mutual usefulness. So, the star, for example, won't survive when someone else will take its spotlight. Same script, reversed roles, flip the genders, and you get the same story. Narcissistic woman, and beside her a comfortable, reliable man, whose functions as friend, brother, neighbor, dad, a human safety net. He wraps her in comfort, solves problems, absorbs chaos, and doesn't ask too many questions. She overlooks almost everything else, as long as he's stable, functional, and always there. Strong relationships, they're not built on emotions. Here's the line people hate hearing. Long-term relationships are not built on emotions. They're built on comfort. And at the core of comfort, there lies something even less romantic: safety. Safety, the first and most fundamental human need. Why safety beats everything else? I'll go even a step further and we'll argue a bit with Maslow. When someone is shooting at you, you don't think about self-actualization, you don't think about food, you don't think about romance, you think about survival. And only after you're safe do the other needs come on the line. That's why safety, emotional, physical, financial, psychological, becomes the true foundation of lasting relationships. The only real question is, what exactly makes you feel safe next to this person? Shared life is a result of safety. When you feel safe with someone, you naturally spend more time together. You're by their side, they're by your side, and something important starts happening. You begin to form each other. You discuss books and movies, you travel to the same places, you help each other through conflicts and stress. You survive difficult moments side by side. You don't become similar because you started that way. You become similar because the environment was safe enough to grow together. That's where closeness, shared overview, and feeling of we actually come from. Comfort, trust, and the partner's track record. Comfort always includes trust, not abstract trust, but some particular. Can I trust this person with money, with property, with children, with long-term decisions? Every yes adds another brick to the foundation of safety. And no, intuition alone isn't enough. You also look at their history. If someone's past is a carousel of endless marriages, divorces, court battles, alimony wars, attempts to financially destroy ex-partners, then let's be honest, you're not special, you're the next. The past isn't random, it's a pattern. And your home, it's not a testing ground. You can have fun anywhere, you can chase emotions anywhere, but home is home. And in serious, long-term relationships, that foundation is not shared playlists, matching movie tastes, or romantic illusions. It's mostly the trust, the safety, total, boring, life-sustaining comfort. That's the glue that actually holds people together for years. And why music and movies are not the base. Thinking that shared taste is the foundation of a relationship is a misunderstanding. It works the other way around. You start liking the same things after safety and comfort are established, not before. If your relationship feels like a battlefield, like sitting on a powder keg, if there's constant tension and instability, no amount of shared hobbies will save it. But here's the hidden danger of comfort. Here's the twist. Comfort and safety come with a risk: relationship stagnation. This is where people start developing away from their partner. I'm studying, building career, expanding my social circle, and where is he, where is she? Or the reverse. Little by little, decisions become solo. I'll go to the movies without them, I'll travel alone without them, I'll meet new people without them. Each isolated choice quietly increases distance. When your partner becomes a stranger, one partner, for example, lives a full vivid life, the other slowly drops out of the shared story. And one day you look at the person next to you and think, who are you? It feels like there's nothing in common, but the truth is simpler and harsher. Obviously, a huge part of life was lived without them. That time didn't disappear. It reshaped priorities, rhythms, perspectives. And so people start chasing stimulation instead of depth. Fun today, fun tomorrow, just somewhere else, with someone else. And growth only works if it's shared. Here's the non-negotiable rule. In strong relationships, partners grow together, not in parallel. That means watching movies together, going to exhibitions together, traveling together, talking, thinking, reflecting together, and choosing each other mutually every day. That's how a shared direction forms. Not because you were identical, but because you built a life together. The foundation never changes. No matter how much growth happens, the base remains the same: safety and trust. It's that mental armchair you can collapse into without anxiety. I don't want to guess who they texting, worry where he is, imagine what's being hidden. I want transparency, not for control, but for peace. And what actually increases the long odds of long-term love? Well, nothing is guaranteed. People leave, people change, people get sick. Life happens, but statistically, emotionally, practically, trust, safety, and comfort massively increase the odds of long, stable relationships. That's where the real work belongs.